don't think that's going to suck, though.
It definitely will not.
This is actually the best series of the day. Talon versus Heroic. 3 60-minute games. Got to get my voice ready.
3 times 60, let's see. How much is that in NA maths?
180.
Good job.
Ish.
Good job. You got that. But let's see here. The series definitely could go the distance. I would also say that it's the best series of the day. I believe that is what you just said.
Oh, yeah. That's correct? Right. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I do listen, so that's good. But let's see. So they did touch on it, of course, on the panel about the heroes and what is going to happen in this game. And overall, I kind of like what Heroic have going here. They showed it to us yesterday as well. They're very good when it comes to team fighting and type of wombo combos.
Oh, yeah.
They've got the Donald, you've got the Phoenix Egg, and you have quite a good TB game. So we'll say for Talon, depends a lot on their early game. How do they get off to a good start? WS on the Pango, he's had some very standout performances on this hero.
Talon on the other side, love late game. They play very slow, in my experience at least, until you get to a certain point.
Okay,
and then
that's true. But the team, they're different, you know? Players evolve, they level up. And WS, he's very high on the leaderboard, you know, his MMR, the number.
Yep, high number.
Yeah,
Good.
he knows what's up. He plays very fast, as can Makoto.
He clicks very fast, too. Gets the bounty rune. Congratulations to him.
Good old 3-4-1 split, as we see a support axe.
Yeah, this is something we'll talk about ad nauseum this game, I'm sure. Is that more of a, like, how much value does that bring versus, oh, this core will be more beneficial for our lineup. Let's just force this support.
Yeah, so it's generally more, well, it's the fact that you get a draft win, right? Because you do flex it away. So it's not because it's the best support, but it's by no means a weak support. Like, the way people play it now too, like you go the Battle Hunger, you do your Ring of Protections, and as you can see already, he has high base region, he has good damage, he has good armor, so he's just a good laner.
KJ is already taking heavy damage.
Yeah. The problem for this hero is the post-laning stage. Like, you're minute 8 to, like, until you get whatever item you buy, which is usually a blink. It takes forever. Yeah. So that's the weakness.
So for this, do you go blink first item, or can you go blade mail?
I assume you should go blink.
I assume you need to get both at some point, though.
I mean, you would love to. The problem is you're a +4 axe, so
exactly.
Can't dream too big. And when you go blade mail first, it doesn't really change anything for you.
Yeah.
But let's see. You know, maybe you want some support item too. I have seen some urns or drums, and you just run into the fight.
And WS playing the Pangolier hasn't been. How come we're seeing less of this hero?
I mean, he just doesn't seem as good. Also, overall, the hero has received, like,
according to you, it's the best Ags in the game. So.
Yeah, I mean, the hero is just not that good, but the Ags is very strong. To be fair, it does change the hero completely.
It does. It's a very good Ags.
Yeah, it is.
Not #1 though.
Never said that.
Truly not #1.
But let's see. So Pango overall just, he's received some nerfs, but he's still a good flex. Gives you a lot of team fight, gives you Roche. So you're still pretty happy with it.
Yep, and remember, this is, of course, an elimination series. First day of eliminations are upon us. And it's been, feels like it's been a long time. It really hasn't, I guess. As Makoto in that mid lane as the Lesh sitting on 7-1. And the Tony, of course, 11-4 right now.
I mean, mid lane should be somewhat chill. It is tiny favorite when it comes to the CS, especially, of course, because you do out damage the Lash Rack on the Tiny here. But we can see it already in the laning stage. Joachim is doing quite a good job on the Axe. He's also full HP. He's still got region to go, and they have good lane control. And if you look on Heroic side, there's no neutral camps for them to do anything about the current lane positioning, which should leave 23 Savage not too happy.
Yeah, he's forced KJ pretty much out of the lane right now, and Joachim has taken very little damage overall, so has kind of had a free reign as this Axe support.
Yeah, I also don't know why I said 23 Savage, because it's Yuma on TV.
You're just used to it.
It's the first 3 minutes of the game. Yeah, to be fair, 23 Savage, he does love his TV Morphling, but not in this game.
There are certain players where you pick a hero, you think of them. Although I'd say Morphling would be the first for 23. But it feels like everybody plays the Terrorblade these days. Maybe not as much as a month ago, but
it's just a good hero. And we didn't talk about it too much, but seeing a TA, most often you will think about some of these illusion carries, your PL, your TB, maybe your Medusa. So it does make for a very good TB game.
KJ again getting harassed by Joachim. Gets him to about half HP for the Axe at least. Went for the 2 rings of protection this time around instead of the patented 4 that we've been seeing. Of course, we've been seeing the position 3, so quite a bit different. As, a mid gank already. Schofield with the shackle. Makoto's in a lot of trouble, and that is going to be the first kill of the game for Heroic. Nicely done.
Yeah, very nice. You get the Ava toss back into the TP. So very nicely done by Mr. Schofield and Analog. I mean, yesterday Schofield had a standout performance on the Nyx Assassin. And even in some of the later stages, I heard about his post 4 Queen of Pain and whatnot. So yeah, he's definitely looked very strong in this tournament.
WS on the Pango takes the double shield crash facet, which, of course, I assume the normal one to take for the off lane.
Yeah,
we're not really seeing mid Pango too much right now.
You see very little of it. I think there's like too many spirits that are being played. The hero got nerfed a lot, like even your base damage, the damage on your spells and whatever it is.
Yeah, Jokum, oh, he's going to be forced to TP out. We'll be fine. And they do have a bit of minus armor going in the way of Talon between the Pangolier and the TA, which combination of the meld and eventual death. So is Schofield getting really low, and the blood grenade is enough from Cuckoo. Very nicely done.
Yeah, love that play. Not something you see too often. But Bane, of course, it's one of the stronger +5s, especially when it comes to laning. Yes, they do want to aggress a little bit onto Whisper here. And with that kill, Cuckoo, he's even out-leveling 23 Savage on this lane.
I feel like when I watch TA, it's even if they get off to a somewhat slow start, which is not the case here, they catch up every time. It just feels like that is the case.
I mean, TA is just a very stable hero. Like overall, you lane well, and like you're saying, even if you don't have a perfect lane, you can fall back to the jungle. Once you get level 6, it's also very hard to like overtake the lane from this hero. But I like what Schofield is doing here, especially when it's like the early nighttime. You go to mid with the supports, and ideally, it's even like a concept I like a lot. You do some double sentry on mid lane. You just kind of cleanse it, as he did that already on the right side.
Jokum makes his way over. Schofield on the other side, looking to gank Makoto.
Good positioning.
Yeah, blood grenade into the shackle. Jokum, though, what can he do about it is the question. Toss back onto the creep wave. Makoto's going to take a ton of damage from the tower and the avalanche. A nice kill for Analog again, as there's a Berserker's call into Jokum. As Schofield trying to just run it off, blood grenade applied. Meanwhile, Cuckoo kind of surrounded, gets a nice nightmare. Schofield pops a fairy fire. Jokum will have to try to run away, but now shackled under the tree, and the toss finishes the job. Double kill for Analog. Great turnaround from Heroic. I mean, that innate for Shadow Shaman is just absurd.
It's really damn strong.
It's #1 in the game, by the way.
I'm trying to see if I can fight it, but I feel like I have to give this one. Like, it is absolutely one of the best innates in the game.
We can look later,
yep,
casually, but my feeling is it's the best in the game.
No, it's honestly super, super strong. But yeah, just the overall move from Heroic. If you're Talon, you have to put more respect now on the Schofield Shadow Shaman. If you're Cuckoo, it's kind of your job on the Bane to mirror his movement, because he's just kind of outplaying them, setting up all these moves. Now you've got the amplified damage and the early aggression from Heroic. And there's a Wisdom Shrine in 15. Do they want to aggress this one?
Jokum getting some vision. Only level 2 right now, by the way.
Yeah.
As Whisper will get the other side, and Jokum will trade.
I do like when teams give it to the Dawnbreaker. Like the early level 6 is something that can really, really speed up the game. So would assume a very early Solar Guardian to come out in this game for Heroic. And then they can look once more on maybe they have, they will have it for the 8-minute rune. So if you're Heroic, that's something you can play for already and start talking about at this point.
It does feel like they need that Blink Dagger on the Tiny, though, before the Solar Guardian really takes off, right?
I mean, not really. Like, Tiny's a good body. Like, you can just run in, because, sure, either they run away from you, or if they give you the touch, you Aver, Solar Guardian, you toss on the ground, so you're pretty happy with that. Because if you're Lesh, I mean, how do you want to play Lesh right now? You want to run in, make stuff happen, but it's not easy. I think your supports are not strong enough, and you're playing into too many spells.
Well, the stacking begins.
Oh, I think Makoto has to be careful. Gonna have to check later if they can get around with the Tiny, because, yeah, like I said, with their early Solar Guardian available, Heroic do kind of have an early advantage when it comes to the map space.
WS opting for the Diffusal Blade as the first item on the Pangolier. I'm not even going to speak of Terror Blade because it's just going to be the standard across the board. Don't even click on him. Let's just switch heroes here.
He'll just keep farming anyway. I mean, we'll see both carries mostly sit in their lane unless 23 Savage, he's the one that has moves, right? You can go through the gate, you can go for meta and like try to take over the TA, it's really good if you can do it, but it's not an easy ask because you have so many traps all around the map that you just kind of see the move coming if you're 23 Savage.
And the Hex, there's a Solar Guardian that you were talking about, set up by the Shackle into the Starbreaker. More than enough damage. WS just a casual swash into death. A nice rotation from Whisper. Even though Whisper right now, in terms of the net worth for cores, is on the bottom at the moment. 800 difference actually between him and the Pango, despite this kill here.
Yeah, I guess they would have hoped that it kind of made up more in terms of like the mid matchup, right? Because Schofield has used a lot of time when it comes to helping out Analog in the mid lane. But Mikoto, he always looks good. Like even with some of these deaths that he's received, of course he had some stacks in the triangle. He's also now bodying 23 Savage, at least for now, in the bottom area.
And what kind of build do you want to see on Mikoto this game? He's going for the Kaya to start.
Let's see. Mostly what I see is like some Kaya, and then if you can get away with it, you do go for the Blink Dagger. Otherwise, you've got a
Whisper. Slow to a crawl. There's the first grip of the game. Pulse Nova. Just more than enough damage. 23 Savage claims it along with the tier 1 tower. So in terms of farm, again, putting Whisper on the bottom there.
Yeah, I like how Talon have been using the heroes in like the past minute. As hold that for now. Rolling Thunder.
WS, oh, nice call. Sets up that kill, and now WS will continue on. This is the bigger one, of course, onto Analog. Mikoto out of mana at the moment, but they should have enough to finish the job. Indeed, they do. So across the board, 3 kills for Talon, and already a 2K lead. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was very nice stuff. You had Kuku with an early 6. They go behind bottom on the tier 1. 23 Savage after taking bot tier 1. He's now here as well. Yep. So very good usage of the heroes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of when position 1s leave their lane to come for a gank instead of just AFK farming.
I mean, especially when this happens, right? As hold that, Joachim. Oh, Foggy.
Oh, that tree, very strong indeed. Actually finds the distance. WS. He wants to turn something around here. Doesn't have the Rolling Thunder as of yet.
I mean, that was very nicely done because he was straight up dead to the Shackle and to Dawn ult. First he gets to Fog, then Call into being out of range. Because, I mean, Dota, especially at the high level, it's a lot about a give and take. You know, you bring some heroes to the safe lane, you help 23 Savage to end up taking the tier 1 tower, so then he can give his space away.
The funny thing is, if he had chicken fingers, that's a kill.
Yeah, that's true. He would have hit him, Hex, and then you just get it cleanly.
What do you think of the single Serpent Ward? I mean, it's definitely really strong.
It's really damn good. Strong. It just kind of, I would say it's a bit player preference, but also, what do you feel like you need? Do you want to like force more when it comes to like objectives? Do you want to force the enemies to you?
Oh, nice deny.
Yeah, they should not allow him to do that, but nice job by WS.
Analog with the blink now, so we'll see if Heroic want to take this to the next level.
Let's see, they will go for the gate play. I mean, the only thing that I really dislike, I mean, because yeah, you lose the chicken fingers, right, which is the straight up Hex to catch people, but I value the ward trap quite a lot. Like, it is underrated.
Mikoto, half mana right now onto the high ground as he is being pursued. I think they saw a little bit there, and they're now going to see the creeps being pulled. And Mikoto, I don't know if he noticed, the sound effect doesn't go off if you don't stack there. He gets the toss, though. And this is going to be a stun lock into a kill. Nicely done from Analog and company.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Schofield's being very aggressive. Of course, he's got the Dawn ult also to back him up. King Jungle's not quite level 6 yet. So the egg isn't yet online.
Yuma's going to spot WS, but more than enough time to get away. Still working on the defusal. As Analog, of course, that is the blink reveal of sorts. Looks like they'll pressure that tier 1.
Let's see. I mean, they have very good setup. Let's see how Talon want to kind of react to this one. Because you would have to fight into an Dawn ult. They're tipping top inside onto Savage.
Yeah, he's going to get Avalanche. Solar Guardian to follow. Toss back. Okay, a little bit weird.
Should be fine.
He should still end up going down here. Attempting the TP. Do they have a stun? This is going to be close. He does go down. Big kill for Yuma and company. That was almost a disaster, actually.
That was very close.
The toss onto the creep outside of the Solar Guardian. Really unfortunate. On the other side, the Shadow Shaman did get picked off. And now a smoke from Talon. Analog already showing himself, uses the Avalanche, is going to get slowed up with the Blood Grenade. Fiend's Grip from the side. Mikoto positioned nicely, and that just worked out perfectly for Talon.
I mean, that's really, really good. That also gives them the mid-tier 1. And I will say that Jokum has done a nice job at kind of recovering, right? You make some stacks, then Lesh can take it. You take the mid lane, you make more stacks, the TA gets it, you get more gold. Because he's playing a support axe. He has Urn and Blink Dagger at minute 13.
I was not expecting that.
No, me neither. I mean, usually you see that. I mean, of course, it depends a lot on like your game, but having stack clears is
considering
very
he was
good.
level 2 at what minute, and yeah, that's pretty damn good. Will be Ags first for Whisper. Still working on that. Is 23 Savage. He'll be able to get the Wisdom Shrine. KJ with the off-the-map plays as meanwhile,
Okay,
bottom
Avatos.
river, Avatos onto 2 with the hammer to follow. Starbreaker not fully connecting. Attempted TP will not be successful, so 2 kills for Heroic. Feels like a very back-and-forth affair, which we were expecting coming into the series. I mean, just on paper, this should be the closest series of the day.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I expect this one to go the distance. I mean, even for now, like both teams are fairly happy with what's going on, right? You have, well, you have like the TB with mass team fight against the TA, so you're pretty happy the longer the game goes. Whereas your Talon, you're hitting some big item timings. We have Kaya plus Shield Rune on the Lash. You have Deso plus Diffusal available on Talon, which is very likely for them that they want to speed up the game. First Roche could be, you know, on the menu for them during this nighttime, which is up and coming in a couple of seconds.
There's a Diffusal for WS. If I was coming into this, I think I would give Talon the advantage. I feel like their biggest issue is just inconsistency, because when they're on, I feel like they can play with anyone.
That's true, but wouldn't you say it's kind of similar for Heroic? Because I feel like they're also... Like,
maybe a wider variety. Yeah, like there's a wider variance maybe.
yeah, because like Heroic's power level to me is also like kind of a question mark. They do really well against really strong teams, and then I feel like they kind of lose the ball against quote-unquote weaker teams.
They lose the ball entirely, huh? Usually they're just dropping the ball.
Okay, my bad. I guess it is dropping the ball.
Losing the ball is even worse, my goodness. Whisper spotted out. Get the hammer to the other side. Still 1,000 away from Ags for the Dawnbreaker. So, talked about it yesterday, of course. First item Ags, very common right now on the offlaner.
It is the new norm. They pop the meta.
Yeah, Blink. And the toss-up. There's a Solar Guardian to follow. Jokum able to find a distance, but dies nonetheless. A lot of damage onto Yuma. Does have the Sunder available. He's going to get stun-locked here, but Makoto is going to die first as Yuma looking for a target, but the Swashbuckle is enough. At the very least for Talon, they do get 1 valuable kill, but they have lost 2 in the meantime. Sleep. Is there going to be follow-up here? 23 Savage makes an appearance. A lot of damage to Analog. There's the inhibit into the Swash. Double kill for WS, and now Heroic on the run. Schofield. Attempted TP, instantly canceled.
Nice sleep by Cuckoo.
Killed off. And yeah, the Nightmare should theoretically set up another kill onto KJ. It gets the dive off, but look who's waiting for him is WS. Triple kill for him.
That was really good counterplay by them. And by the way, that was the most useful like 0.1 second grip I have ever seen. It stopped the Sunder animation the first time. It gave enough time for the Rolling Thunder to come through. And because if Yuma gets Sunder off, I don't even know if Talon have a counterplay there. And this is like, the reason that this is bad for Heroic is not just because you lose heroes. You using all your spells should give Talon Roche.
And this is with a shield rune too.
Yeah. Jokum, of course, saving Makoto there a little bit. And we have to pay attention to Yuma. Here he gets stunned the first time.
Sunder. Did he think about sundering Analog?
Yes.
I think he hesitated
he
there,
was
right?
sundering Analog, but then he got gripped and then he gets stunned again by the roll. Uh-oh,
Speaking of Analog, oh man, another big kill for WS. He is completely dominating now. 3rd net worth overall in the game, 2nd on the team. This should set up a tier 1 tower for Talon as well.
I mean, this is a very strong timing that Talon do have in the game. You have the Deso, especially now with Deso charges, you have high-level meld. You're starting to get levels in the Lucky Shot as well. Makoto.
Oh yeah, nice cancel again. As Heroic getting tons of kills now into an immediate smoke, so they want to keep up the aggression, it seems.
Yeah, as
they've definitely stepped or pushed the pedal to the metal now to another level. As 23 Savage might be spotted here.
He should be fine. It's not easy to catch him. I mean, you have to reach like the Hex or the Shackle. Let's see.
Schofield slow, very slow.
Yep. Like a
hero has too many clothes. I feel like it really weighs him down.
That's true. He should run around naked.
I'd enjoy that. Nightmare from Cuckoo, so Analog likely not be able to catch up now.
He went for a blade mail on Tiny, which is not something you see ever,
pretty
really.
Strange.
I mean, it does give you armor against Tiny, against the TA, and it's very good against the Lesh.
Rolling Thunder into the call. Solar Guardian, not enough. The chop is there. And now Whisper. It's like that ult effectively wasted unless Heroic can try to turn this around. Avatos from Analog. They have enough damage to take out Axe at the very least, and they get the Shackle onto the Pango, but now they're trying to kill this Serpent Ward. The reflection comes out as Schofield on the run will drop onto the low ground as the TB ends up getting taken out. Makoto very low on mana, but Analog, he is surrounded by mostly members of Talon at the moment. Good Starbreaker from Whisper, but a big swashbuckle from WS, and Analog just stuck in the trees. And that leaves Whisper to his own devices. It's only a matter of time. Triple kill for Cuckoo.
And he's doing some good stuff on his Bane. All of his grips are like just doing a lot of work. He's sitting on 2,600 gold now as well. If you're Heroic, they need to take a quick step back and think about how you want to fight. Because if they start a fight together with, like, you know, you jump in with the Tiny, you have the Egg, and you have the Solar Guardian coming out, like when they fight nicely together, they're really strong. But they're not getting those fights. Talon are absolutely doing the right things, getting these scrappy and chaotic fights.
And now a massive lead for Talon, 8K in their favor. And I'd say they'd have the, they're a very good Roche-taking team just with TA alone. Although in the pit, Heroic is going to be kind of scary.
Yeah, you are very good at taking Roche, and they will do so, but you need to do it with, like, you need to follow some steps. You can't just let Heroic, like, smoke over to you and take the fight there, because, like you're saying, their pit fighting is incredibly strong.
And Cuckoo roared with that shard along with the triple kill to follow, so he
very tanky.
Could be getting quite a bit of more farm as this game progresses. Actually has more farm than the Axe right now. Of course, I feel like as a support Axe, if you get Blink, it feels like, I mean, obviously you want more items, but that is the main thing you need for the whole game.
You've got like the core for like your next, what, like 10, 15 minutes, you're kind of okay.
Even a Force Staff now.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of good stuff. This Force, I like it a lot. If you think about how Heroic want to start the fight, it's some Blink, Ava, you do some Egg on top, Solar Guardian. If this Force Staff comes out before the tossback, it could absolutely ruin the combo.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke from Heroic. Almost had an aneurysm there.
Aurora not here today, Shannon.
Yep. I got Nightfall on the brain.
Of course.
You know, he's always on my mind these days.
I mean, Savage is getting close to the BKB. Maybe that reminded you of Mr. Nightfall.
Yep, true.
Heroic are looking for their own move.
The counter smoke now. And 23 Savage had something tingling, so blinks away. Good instincts. Looks like these smokes might combine very shortly as Roche might be the target for whoever wins this fight. Jokun pops. Oh, call misses though.
Quick Tumbler Toy into Blink out by Mr. Schofield.
KJ going to be spotted. There's the Nightmare. Cuckoo, of course, with grip available. Not going to use it though.
And Cuckoo is very, very tanky in this game. You have 1400 HP on this Bane with an Essence Ring. Makoto as well. He got the Enchanted Searing Signet, so he deals a lot of magic damage. Like, he's been going kind of rampant when it comes to the damage output in these fights. So Heroic, they have a lot of problems to deal with.
Another pop smoke. Oh, Makoto blinks out. Man, they're dodging a lot right now. That's two smokes now from Heroic that have been thwarted.
So you've got the BKB completed on 23. There's a very high chance we're going to see them be a little more aggressive, like try to push back the map a bit onto Heroic to take over the Roche pit. Okay, Yuma's queuing up a BKB. If he goes BKB, I don't think he's allowed to go Skadi next. Like, this double item combo, especially when you're behind, is... I mean, I'm not going to call it illegal, but it's not good. I believe if you're going BKB, you need Daedalus to follow it up.
Would you say it's lit?
No, it's the opposite of lit.
Okay.
Because it's trash.
So dumpster.
Yeah. But let's see. Of course, you're down 10k gold. You're going to have to make some different decisions. I wouldn't blame him for buying the BKB, but of course, it's not the spot you want to be in as a carry ever at 23-minute mark, especially not as a TB.
10k lead for Talon. Schofield will likely be tanking. Another nice blink, though.
Gotta be a bit quicker. All we're seeing is smokes into blink dodges.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the greedy enchantment, Mr. Shannon, don't forget that.
Yeah, thank you. Keep count.
I have it on Mr. Cuckoo on the Bane.
Yeah, you can see the trepidation from Talon's side. They obviously can kill Roche relatively quickly, but if Heroic can sniff it out, they have crazy team fight in the pit. And Makoto just casually farming away, knowing that they could kind of force that once he gets a BKB. He's going to have that extra layer of protection. WS will show himself 1,000 away from Ags at the moment. Another blink. My man.
I mean, let's see about the map, because as I can tell for now, Talon are okay with just getting the BKB on Makoto as well, like get some double, triple BKB timing. Because I feel like they're kind of jerking Heroic around on the map a bit. As let's see, Heroic have had enough.
Committing, yeah. I like this play. Force the fight. That's where your team fight gets really strong. Serpent Ward in the pit.
You're letting them get away with this, Talon?
Rolling Thunder available. Analog in the shadow. Schofield with a nice hex. There's a Solar Guardian to slow them down. Analog with the Avalanche to follow. 23 Savage. 48 half HP. There's the grip, though. They get the Aegis onto Yuma. And I believe that is a successful engagement for Heroic, despite losing their offlaner. As long as they don't bleed out here, as the egg is placed, and 23 Savage is burning down, but he does take out the egg in time. So in the end, it is 3 dead for Heroic as Analog's continue to be pursued. He's not being able to blink. Thanks to the battle hunger, Jokum continuing on, gets the call with the Force Staff. Yuma from afar.
Sleep.
Nice Nightmare save for the time being. Toss not enough. Jokum will walk it off. So Aegis secured for Heroic, but they did lose 3.
So it is a nice play from Heroic. Maybe they didn't need to drop so many heroes after. Some people might think that this is good for them. I feel like it's not, because I think this first Aegis on Talon, you wouldn't fight into it anyway. Like, you would just play the map and get some stuff going. Well, of course, you will take this bonus that Yuma does have this Aegis now. Let's see what they can do with it, but you did have to expand a lot. So Talon, they're not too unhappy about this fight.
There's the BKB for the Lesh. 23 Savage in the meantime working on a Daedalus. Yeah, if the Aegis went the other way, it feels like it's one of those first Aegis, you get all the tier 2 towers. Can't really go high ground with it, right? I'm guessing that's what you mean.
Yeah, like I would have, like for them it's just better if they get to stall the game, because that's what they want, instead of it going like kind of out of control. Because, I mean, let's see if they can put this Aegis to good use, which I feel like it's still hard. I don't think the game has changed in terms of like the status.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if they just bled out the Dawnbreaker and everybody else gets away, then
that would have been cool, yeah. Let's see, at least the cooldown of their spells didn't really, you know, come back to bite them, as they have most of them back available, apart from the egg.
Cuckoo's halfway to Ags, by the way.
He is doing so, he's 6-1 and 10.
Oh, Analog. He's in a precarious spot. See, King Jungle gonna get chopped to the ground as the Lesh just barely survives. No, the last right clicks are enough from Yuma, so that is a big kill for Heroic. They've lost 2 supports, but as the Rolling Thunder will continue on, focusing on Analog, a nice Eul's to delay. But eventually, surely is going to be brought down here. Oh, Solar Guardian healing him up, and now WS is in a horrible spot. The right clicks from the TB are enough. Yuma double kill. Was not going to go the way I expected there at all. Yeah, 2 cores dead for Talon.
Cannot disrespect Yuma's damage on this TB. Like, TB has a very, very good matchup against these cores in the game, especially the TA and the Lesh. So definitely going a little bit too deep there. And I mean, it is the one hero that you have to respect, especially when it comes to the net worth too. Seen it from Yuma yesterday on the Lina and countless other games. And he is closing in on the Skadi. That's the first good item.
Yep, KJ, dead again. 1 minute out of the game. Wait, what did he buy?
He bought another Force Staff.
Man.
it makes sense.
I love
can't
the
blame
big
him.
ticket items on these heroes.
Don't worry, he's got a GPM on his little enchantment. He'll get there. But I just like the Force Staff in general. When you like Heroic's draft is more about you go in once and you kind of need to make sure you win the fight. Right? You've got the Donald, you've got the Egg, they're all on the place, and TB being a transformation hero. He's on a timer as well. So that's something that Heroic have to respect later. They can't just full commit without being sure that it is a good fight. Cuckoo wants to steal the shrine.
I think he'll get it. Whisper
Sleep.
just needs to get Nightmare. There it is. The best hero in Dota to steal these.
Yep.
Question is, will he actually get away? Yuma
Absolutely he will.
is just going to hit some creeps. I mean, how big of a deal is that this stage of the game? Not really, right?
It's not crazy. What are the... Yeah, for level 2 Phoenix Egg, it matters a lot. I mean, so actually for these 2 subs, it does matter.
Okay.
But I would say in other games where they're both level 12, I wouldn't really care.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, level 2 egg is quite a big difference from
It's
1.
a huge difference, because you don't have the best egg hitters, right? Like Lesh can, doesn't love it. TA can, but you have to do it like during your BKB, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, we're getting some big item timings on both the hard carries.
Fortified.
Well, WS after the last fight is like, I'm gonna buy a Ghost Scepter, and he will be immune to the Mr. TB.
Dire's top tower
Good idea.
Yeah,
Wait, can you use that during Rolling Thunder?
for some reason you can. You also can during BKB.
Wait, they changed that?
Yep.
middle tower
How long ago was that? That was a thing for so long.
It's something that kind of has to get removed. But let's see, Heroic are going for a backstab, at least for now.
Oh, Jokum again. Not able to get the initiation that he wanted. WS, though, gets a
That's a
stun
good
on a
roll.
TB. TB's in a lot of trouble. Yuma getting brought down. That's life number 1. He's not going to have meta now when he comes back up. As the egg does go off successfully. WS very healthy, though. Gets a nice shield crash onto 2 with a huge swashbuckle to follow. Analog tosses him back, but Makoto finishes the job as 23 Savage does fall, so one important member of Talon does drop to the deck. A Nightmare TP attempt, but the Bane brought down by Yuma. Double kill for the TB. Of course, with that shard, not completely useless without meta.
Well, lots of back and forth, but Heroic, they're coming out on top of these fights. Like, the sole reason that Yuma just gets to stand his ground and he gets gold out of all of these fights, that's the best thing that can happen for Heroic.
Oh, did the Ghost Scepter thing change when it became debuff immunity, maybe? Instead of just spell immunity?
I feel like it changed at a different point because it wasn't always meta to be able to do this. But it's definitely something that's way too good. But overall, I mean, Ghost Scepter as itself is already a great item. It forces you, like, later on course to get your nullifiers and whatnot if you don't already have a purge. As they want to catch WS, they want to do a quick one here with Schofield and Yuma, who did show on the creep wave. So he'll be fine. I mean, you had Blink on Schofield, so maybe you could have let him go first, but either way, it seems fine.
Yuma's just too excited to hit creeps. Just one of those position 1 things, you know?
Can't blame him.
Yeah, 3K into his BKB. That's going to be quite nice.
I mean, he wasn't having the best game, but suddenly with like 2 fights in a row, he's on top of the board now.
Yep. Meanwhile, Analog with the utility mid tiny build.
Radiant's bottom
Seen the Yules before, of course.
I mean, it's
The
honestly
Mail,
pretty
like we
good.
talked about earlier, just extremely strange.
Yeah, it's not like he has to do too much. I mean, I will say I have seen Blade Mail like a few times, but it's usually when you were having a slightly better game. But all he has to do is stay alive, throw out a couple rounds of spells and stuns for his Mr. Yuma on the Terrorblade.
is under attack.
Shard for Makoto, so we get some more split earths coming up from the ground.
Not bad.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, you're effectively just getting the Blade Mail for 1 hero in the Lesh.
I mean, it is good stats, like in terms of armor, right, against the Pango TA, because they're highly physical and they give you a lot of minus armor.
True.
So it's okay. You do have a refresher on Whisper. I feel like he's been perhaps a little quiet in this game, but putting it to good use, because having 2 Dawn Nodes already, so you've got good timing from Heroic. You do actually have double BKB and refresher on your Dawnbreaker.
Cuckoo spotted. Yeah, Analog's going to have a BKB here shortly as well, so nice call from Jokum. Is it going to be followed? WS with the Rolling Thunder, only connects onto 1. There's the egg. Going to be held in place with the Sunray. Looks like that's going to break the fight up, so pretty big ultimate down. Then again, the Rolling Thunder as well, much lower cooldown though.
Yeah, there's definitely a timing that Talon could look for later on. Yeah, Mr. Roshi will be on the deck for both teams.
That's a long spawn.
Well, Talon, at least they know about it fully, since you do have the TA. So
Very
something
true.
they could try to use to like play the map more open, because you know when you know that what the respawn is, the enemy team of course doesn't. They have to start playing around the area like a lot earlier, which
Yeah,
is
but
why
if
we.
you know that they know, then you can play around them knowing.
Okay, then Sword, what do you do here?
If you can see them farming across the map as Jokum popped up and popped out. Free kill for Yuma.
Tower is under attack.
See, you do have a Hex on Makoto, so he's a lot more dangerous in the next fight. He can absolutely just try to jump in. As long as he gets out from Yuma's right clicks, then he'll be able to walk in and out freely from the fight, especially with the triple force staff they have now, as 23 Savage will get one of his own for the pike later.
Back on that Ags train for Cuckoo. 1,200 into it. You can do it. Gotta stay vigilant, my friend.
He'll
Don't
definitely
go for
get
the small
there.
items.
It will just take some time.
There's the nullifier on the Pango now.
That's a big deal. You can take away the Yules from the Tiny. You can the Ghost Scepter as well onto Whisper. It's such an incredible Ghost Scepter game, even for both teams. Like even with the Dawn, you go in, like Pango roll doesn't affect you, TA can't hit you. Active Rune will be an Arcane.
Analog steals it. Is he going to pay the ultimate price? Makoto jumps in with the BKB, doing tons of damage to this Tiny. 23 Savage jumps in as well, but the Yules finally comes off as long as Whisper's ult. They do delete the Shadow Shaman, though, as Analog will take a few more hits on the high ground.
That was kind of big for Talon. That's the Egg expanded, Donald, and the meta as well. I'm a bit surprised how they saw Schofield. I don't know if they had a ward on him or if they had a specific high ground position to see him, but this is big. And this is before the Roshan respawn.
Yeah, I mean, that's one issue with Heroic's lineup is you have these long cooldowns that are in one location, right?
Yeah, well, let's see about Talon. They know exactly that Rosh did just respawn. And now they also hear it because Roshan goes for the Belch.
That was a big one.
Oh, I think this is very scary for Heroic.
Yeah, no Rolling Thunder right now, but Illusion's going to spot them out. Jokum, his Blink Dagger's going to get canceled. Yuma looks like he wants to fight, so he's out of the pit for the time being. He's kiting a bit as Analog gets an avalanche. Sunray to follow. Call, not going to hit. Actually does. Force Staff outside of the Solar Guardian. Gets Nightmared. As Yuma already pops the BKB. They delete the axe to start this fight. See if Heroic want to go back in the pit. Of course, meta is down and Roche has changed locations. The Belch was too nasty. Needs to find something, a little bit better air to breathe.
And I like that Heroic did go on the aggressive there, because if you just fall back and you wait, you just let Talon take full control, because not only did they kill the Axe, they also got the BKB out of 23 Savage. So that is going to be on cooldown for another minute, because any second that takes away now is absolutely in Heroic's favor. You want to get towards your egg, and of course, most importantly, the meta.
Oh,
toss back onto Cuckoo.
Yeah, he's just instantly dead. 65 seconds, does have buy though. But this certainly opens up the opportunity for Heroic to finish the old Roche. Meta up in 10 seconds.
If you're Talon, you should be looking for a fight.
And another snake place is Makoto getting really aggressive. There's a lot of damage on the Analog. Gets off the Yules, but you can see the Rolling Thunder onto the high ground. They delete the Shadow Shaman to start the fight. BKB already expanded for both Analog and Makoto. Serpent Ward doing its thing against Roche. His WS is kind of in a weird spot. He gets tossed back into the fray. Yuma doesn't have the nullifier on him. Roche getting extremely low. 23 Savage wants to jump in. There's the egg place with the Sunray to follow. Snatched Aegis by Jokum. He's going to pay the price with one life as the Fiend's Grip fully extended onto Tiny, and one casual right click by TA to delete him off the face of the map. Meanwhile, Yuma in the pit gets chopped by Jokum on his second life. A huge fight for Talon. And now KJ stuck inside the pit. He'll be the next one sacrificed to the gods as double kill
dunk
for Jokum. As Schofield
triple dunk
gets dunked into oblivion. Triple kill for Jokum, steals the Aegis, and now just extends the lead for Talon. Firmly in their grasp now.
Oh, there were a lot of clutch plays in that fight. As Talon very happy to, well, get this Aegis snatch onto Jokum, because with Heroic getting that one, I think Yuma could have absolutely manned up in that fight. And they also expanded quite a few buybacks there. You had both Schofield and Analog buying back for them. So Schofield coming in with the dieback.
Let's see what kind of damage they can do to the buildings here. Jokum looking for a pick off. Ooh, actually really close. Whisper spotted. The hammer gives him a little bit of distance, but Makoto's making his way over. TP coming. Try to assist. I don't think that's going to happen, though. 23 Savage just destroys Whisper. And they actually find the Nightmare onto Analog. Rolling Thunder right on top of him as well. BKB. As Heroic are starting to drop like flies. Another nullifier applied to the Phoenix. Fighting inside of the Heroic base. KJ and Analog drop to the deck. Whisper gets off his ult, but he's all alone. And the Nightmare keeps him in place as Jokum. Oh. Blink will get canceled. Refresher pop for Whisper just to get that kill. You can see they're continuing to bleed out now. Big star breaker, but most of the damage coming from the Lesh at this point. Yuma finally arrives, but feels like Heroic have just lost so much. An additional 8K net worth injected into Talon's veins.
That was very, very costly. Like the last 2 to 3 minutes, it went from a 10K lead to a 26K lead for Talon. And I mean, obviously with all this gold injection, they're getting so many things that just helps them more and more.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
Well, Yuma's going to have to come in very clutch in this game. He's got the Daedalus not too far away from himself. Because, yeah, they need all the damage that they can get. And they need a clean fight together. They need more of these tossbacks or Schofield to get in with a good Shackle. But I will say the supporting cast from Talon, they've been really on point. Defensive 4 staffs, good steals, nice aggressive calls.
Yeah, they've been very crisp.
And the Ghost Scepters are a big problem for Yuma to deal with. There's no aggressive nullifiers. There's no like super big magic damage that will kill them when they're in those.
It feels like an item that Dawn or Tiny need to go for, right?
One of them needs it, but...
I mean, I don't think Yuma can go for that.
He can't. He has to dish out all the damage. Someone else has to do the job for him. Maybe Analog can. It's not an item you love to buy. Dawnbreaker would prefer to buy it. But he's far away on Whisper. Well, it is just something that they're going to have to deal with.
Talon in commanding control right now. Don't have any of the barracks yet, but we'll see if they want to wait for Roche, if they want to continue to just control the map and bleed out Heroic from every orifice.
Very nice. Talon, also a lot of their spells getting quite a lot stronger. You got the Dazun Blood Rite on both the Lesh and the Axe for higher spell AoE. Yeah, especially with Leshrek's Innate, even more AoE to just stack it all up.
True. All right, so for Heroic, is there a next power spike that is going to make a difference, you think?
For me right now, it's the Daedalus that did just come out for them. And the rest is too far away. There's like no refresher on Phoenix anytime soon. There's no nullifier. So right now, this is one of the biggest injections of power they can get, which is why I kind of like that they're flying out of smoke currently to look for a fight. For me, they can still make it happen if they find the fight that they want. Maybe find an angle, go around, have your Tiny go in first, use your first Dawn Ult. Like, they need to start the fight on the ground and lock it in. Jump together, Dawn Ult, drop the egg, kill 1 or 2 guys, and have the meta available.
Yeah, Heroic look like they want to fight. They want to contest this eventual Tormentor, I assume, is what Talon are grouping up for. I don't know if they've timed it correctly, but...
I think they have. It is up very, very soon. Mikoto, of course, has the Boots of Travel too, so he can come at any time.
Coming from the south now, from Heroic's side. Illusion will spot Cuckoo and Jokum. Analog could get a big avalanche here. He's going to try to focus on one here at the top. 23 Savage already at half HP, taking a ton of damage from Yuma. He's deleted. Big kill for Heroic as Whisper pops the refresher. Cancellation of the TP on the Bane. That's going to be a second kill going the way of Heroic. And Jokum just barely getting to the high ground. Fire Spirits trying to find him. Does blink out. Has a TP if he can find a little area here.
Without Tranquil Boots, he actually would burn out to the Sunray there. But this is what I like to see from Heroic. They understand what they need to do. You go for your timing, you make it happen. And very, very good punchback here. You do kill the top net with TA. Of course, this also allows you to get the map a little bit back in control. Schofield, don't forget to fully complete the shrine.
I think he wants the 25 on Yuma. Fair enough.
That makes sense.
And he gets it. So 30 seconds extra meta duration.
That's quite nice, especially when you like pair it up with the cooldown talent.
Actually try to go for the high ground here. A Sunder from Yuma onto the support. Schofield feeling pretty healthy as a result, as the Serpent Ward is doing a pretty good amount of damage here.
Schofield, careful.
Yeah, you do need to be careful, young man, as Jokum can't finish the job with a dunk. So a little residual damage onto the high ground, but doesn't force any buyback situation from 23.
You did at least get the BKB out of Mikoto, which means it could help you buffer a little bit through the meta cooldown. But yeah, 25 timing on TB is pretty nice, because on 15 you have the cooldown talent, on 25 you have the uptime. So just overall lowering the downtime you have on this one. Similar thing can be said for Mikoto with your 20 and 25 talent. Makes it easier to kind of cut through illusions as you hit multiple things. You have a secondary nullifier coming out on 23 Savage. Okay, so that's interesting. Because they do already have one on Pango, but he wants more aggressiveness just to make sure that he can latch onto one of the targets.
Dawnbreakers never go shard anymore.
Not
Or
really.
prioritized.
It's like very late in the game, to be honest.
Why? It feels like it's so good. And he went for the hammer 25 Talon as well.
It's one that feels good, especially now when you do have... Oh yeah, so he didn't go for the cooldown, huh? Yeah. Because especially when you hit 25 with the Starbreaker cooldown, the shard is like even better.
Yeah.
But I will say all of the other things he's picked up so far, they're just more value than the shard.
Yep, the hammer becomes a pseudo blink with that ridiculous range.
Yeah. And the speed. It's hilarious.
Heroic trying to set up a trap here. They scan just in case. Another scan. See, Makoto is kind of close. The scan, well, whose scan was that?
Did he go low ground? It was both
that
Radiant.
Okay. Oh, he's going to be spotted, though.
Toss back, Hex.
Have a toss back into KJ.
He's
Solar
just dead.
Guardian to come. Yeah, that's an easy kill. That is a huge one for Heroic.
That was kind of funny. So Talon used 2 scans, which both barely missed. And had Makoto walked on the high ground, he would have seen the Phoenix, but he walked low ground. So good catch from Heroic to get all of this done. Because this is 80 seconds. Like any death in the mid to late game, it costs you a lot when it comes to the map presence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this extends the game. This is what Heroic wants.
Yeah, and they're going to get some tier 3 tower damage.
And Rosh is up. If they see that Rosh is up, oh, they're obviously going to push the high ground first. They're going to get the tier 3. This is going to force the rest of Talon back, no doubt about it. WS with the Rolling Thunder, not able to find a connection, though. Stuck inside now.
Bad driving.
Very, very rough. As the melee barracks is taking a ton of damage, I do believe this is a dead barracks in favor of Heroic.
Ooh, that's a freebie.
With a 22k deficit, they strike first.
Let's see. If Heroic go over to check that Rosh is up, you could force more mistakes here out of Talon. It's 40 seconds on the Lash and your roll is on cooldown.
That's all right, 23. Doesn't appreciate that as Analog finds a Bane onto the triangle area. And he's going to be surrounded and easily brought down, so hemorrhaging more units
Gem
for
on
Talon.
the deck as well.
My goodness, what is happening?
Time to
And
check.
Heroic will certainly go into the pit.
Yeah. Talon will absolutely buy back and take this fight. You have roll available again, and Makoto, when he spawns, he has Boots of Travel too. So he can be anywhere at any point. So eyes onto Talon again.
Oh, Whisper. He's going to get gone on, so he can't use that Solar Guardian. Nullifier applied and dunked to the ground. Does have buyback, though, so they do have to be careful as the rest of Heroic now trying to get some revenge. 23 Savage into the trees.
Uh-oh.
Melded. Avalanche does hit, but they don't know. Oh, my goodness. Is he actually going to get away with this?
This is going to... If they get him, it's back. There's no way.
All right, so he does get away with it seems.
Okay, so same story can now be said for Heroic, but they did give up the full Roche position. If a fight breaks out, Whisper will instantaneously buy back and come back in with the ult. But Talon, they should be looking to, I believe, force this Roshan fight onto Heroic. Maybe set up the area with some traps.
The bottom is pushing, though, their base. They do have to be careful on the Talon side.
Yeah, I don't think this is something they can care about too much at the moment.
Into the pit they go, and this looks to be a Roche for Talon then.
They're sending an illusion over from Yuma, but it's quite late.
No, it's way too late.
Yeah.
Fire Spirits are coming, though. Maybe
Or
we go
is
for a
it?
dive play. Now, 23 Savage will pop the BKB just in case, gets the Aegis, gets the Refresher Card. Meanwhile, on the other side, WS with the Rolling Thunder. Gonna kill off the Rasta. Did use the Serpent Ward, I believe, as Yuma able to TP out. Doing considerable amount of damage, but not enough to get the barracks here. And still, the creeps in the bot side do have to be addressed. And of course, Bane with that shard can at least do something.
He can semi-depush, yeah. Needs a bit of time, but he can make it happen. Still working on the Aghanim Scepter, but at this point he's not too far away on the Mr. Bane.
Looks like we got a 60-minute game incoming.
I believe so.
I feel like Talon, this is where the inconsistency kind of shows up. Maybe it's lack of discipline a little bit. It's like they were in firm control of this game. Obviously still in the favorite section here. Try to protect this Roche banner. You've seen how valuable that can be. It looks like it will get cleaned up by Heroic.
They were just using it as a prank.
I guess
just
so.
drop it and leave it.
Yep. Not respecting the Roche banner, it seems.
Yuma getting himself a refresher just to make sure that if maybe the first jump or if the fight drags out, you've got a secondary meta and BKB. I like that choice.
Radiant are scanning.
3.5 minutes on the Aegis. Schofield
He's spotted by the night vision.
was to get the blink off though, as Makoto with the Shivas. Attempted TP, and they find him. Not the biggest kill, but they'll take it. Meanwhile, Whisper gonna force out the BKB from Jokum. Now Heroic back to the base they go.
I will say that I'm a big fan of this early nullifier that WS did get in this game against all the supports, especially against Rasta. Once you have the shard, you can like use your Ghost Scepter in your little innate and try and get out with the blink. But whenever you just rolled on from a Pango with nullifier, there's no real counterplay for you to be had.
Cuckoo's almost at the dream, guys. We've been waiting all game.
He's getting it.
You can do it, buddy. Not gonna have buyback here, of course. But the Fiend's Grip now going to be much harder to stop. Of course, a single avalanche will do it.
If you're quick on it, like right at the cast, you can make it happen. But he's also got very high cast range. Right? He's got the Monocle, he's got the Aether himself.
All right, Rolling Thunder. Onto the Phoenix. Solar Guardian is expended, so a little bit of panic there from Heroic.
I mean, a different strength that Pangolier has within his arsenal. Super low cooldown.
Back. Jokum getting force-staffed back into the base. Oh, the Fiend's Grip actually does get set up onto Yuma. I don't know if there's going to be follow-up here. Gets tossed back.
Oh, BKB on Whisper.
The Rolling Thunder again, I do believe. Looks like the Rasa will expend his life again. As the Serpent Ward is placed, 23 Savage does have to be a bit careful. Respect that big old juicy snake. 60 seconds, Shadow Shaman, buy back up.
Every time they have Pango roll, they can just look for a poke. You've got the 25 CDR talent, you've got the Octarine Core yourself as well.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I mean, you did have to use your BKB on Savage, but he's got an Aegis to back him up.
Still a minute on the Aegis, so you would think Talon would push the envelope a bit here.
They will at least try. It is not easy to break Heroic's high ground. Also, Analog is about to hit a very, very strong timing when you do play this utility Tiny, which is your Octarine timing with your 25.
All right, I think they were waiting for the MKB for 23. He gets that, the overwhelming blink now for Makoto. Relatively big power spikes. 23 is going to force the BKB out of... Oh, actually gets the Fiend's Grip off. But Analog trying to save his teammates. It's going to cost him his life. Has the buyback, though, as Phoenix gets evaporated. Makoto forcing Yuma back at half HP right now. The Nightmare, there's the one buyback for the Phoenix. 23 Savage. You cannot go through that wall, young man. Gets force staff, though. Analog.
Double force blink.
BKB, not able to find the connection, though. Now we'll have to back away. So 2 buybacks expended from Heroic. Still, Aegis, 20 seconds. Probably a little bit too close for comfort on the side of Talon, so maybe this is just a full reset.
You did expand a lot of BKBs, right? That's Yuma's first BKB, Analog's BKB. And Whisper has no refresher, no BKB either. So if you're Talon, even without the Aegis, I feel like you could look for a play. Just about whether or not you will have the vision for it. I mean, if I'm
Aegis expired now.
If I'm Analog right now, I'm telling my team, yo guys, let me get 25. I'm getting my Avalanche CDR talent, and I can pretty much buy out my Octarine Core soon. Which, this is a huge deal for this Tiny. Like, this double timing together can make a big difference.
Oh, Makoto going very deep, gets the Hex, the initiation onto the Tiny Analog. It's a dieback, 2 minutes on the deck. Rasta follows suit as Yuma shadowed by the Egg, and this is just a reset situation again from Talon. Knowing that Analog doesn't have buyback is a refresher coming for Jokum. Support Axe BT dubs. Insane.
Yeah, they're really owning on a lot of the spell casting here when it comes to Talon. They're 3, 4, 5 especially.
And Roche Banner being used appropriately this time. Tower taken out. Don't have to worry about the Serpent Ward or the Egg. This will be somehow the first set of racks for Talon.
With 53 minutes and a 40k lead.
I don't know how that's possible, actually, but it is.
Dire's bottom barracks.
23. Force the buyback onto the Rasta. Jokum tries for the initiation.
Force F again.
Yeah, force that from Yuma onto the low ground. Pops the BKB along with the meta. You can take out the Rasta. This is going to be a dieback for him. Looks like that'll be an easy cleanup from Makoto and company. His Whisper cannot save him. Starbreaker not going to do too much. In fact, the Fiend's Grip from afar, isolating now the Dawn. That is going to be the death of Whisper. Chopped to oblivion.
Call.
And a call onto Yuma. The buyback into the Solar Guardian. It's not enough. Yuma drops to the deck. Doesn't have meta now. Buys back. It's only the 2 members of Heroic left against the 5 of Talon, and that means tier 4 towers are all theirs as WS taunting away. Blink Dagger for Yuma. 23. Gonna focus on the tier 3 first on the mid lane as there's the jump in from Makoto. Gets the hit. That is a huge amount of damage, and that is gonna be game 1 in the books for Talon. As we expected, it took them a while.
I'm not gonna lie.
As is their style.
We're definitely in for a very good series. Not surprised this one goes the distance with 54 minutes in just game 1. But yeah, I gotta say, like, hats off to the supports on Talon. Both Cuckoo and Jina deal a lot of damage. You don't really easily die to it either. But it's very slow. Like, Medusa as a hero against this draft that Heroic have, I would say it is a pretty damn good Monkey King game. Like, when you play against Silencer, you want heroes that are fast, that can make stuff happen when Global is down.
Yeah.
Let's hold that for a moment. King Jungles finds the Nightmare.
Yeah, immediately canceled, though. 23 Savage was the one to do so as a big shield crash with the Bramble to follow. KJ is dead. Cuckoo with the first blood. Brain Drain forever.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like another one will bite the dust in Whisper. So WS with the second kill. 2 kills for Talon, double Brain Drain stacks for the Silencer.
Yeah, that's a big deal for the pregame. And now Talon are going for a smoke themselves.
Oh, wow. Not done yet, huh?
Yeah,
Greed. Greed.
I mean, they might just get away. Their level 1 is honestly quite strong. Like, Doom is kind of whatever. Like, even Ember is not that good level 1. So let's see. As Yuma has the position as the Tango.
Yep, Tango's very quick.
Gets slowed up, but should be fine.
Yeah, so this is just a play to get some wards and the bounties, of course.
But yeah, we'll have to see how the early game kind of goes. King Jungle's looking for a new Nightmare to take the bounty. Will be successful.
Will it cost him, though? Double shield crash. Jokum doesn't really have much left, so will likely just be some extra damage for the road.
Yep. So to go back to the Medusa, it is a good Medusa game if you get there. Like 30 minutes plus, you know, you get your couple items.
Don't Talon always get there, though?
Sure, but there's a difference getting there even or being down 20k gold, because that could happen.
Yeah, true.
Because if I look at Heroic, you have Monkey King, you can make aggressive moves onto him. Like, Monkey King can abuse some of these heroes in this game, same with the Ember. So the early game does matter, like, quite a lot. I mean, let's see, for Whisper's item build in this game, like, if I'm already looking at the Doom, I would like to see auras. I would like to see drums, I would like to see Crimson against the Medusa and Pango combo. Very powerful.
How come we're not seeing more Silencer right now?
Hero is still good, but...
I mean, when they changed the fast, I thought he was going to be dead, by the way. The double global seemed insane.
I mean, double global did make the hero very strong. Probably OP, because it had very few counterplay, right? Like, you needed to do multiple things or Yule yourself, which was like kind of the only way to go about it. But if it's a good, you know, if it calls for a Silencer, the hero's still good. Like, in this game, if you look at the 2 supports and Ember, they do struggle a lot.
Curse onto 2 now.
But Schofield did get his hands on Rasta again. Of course, he did look very good, especially when it came to the early game. Made a lot of good moves.
And in terms of the mid lane, Makoto playing the Queen of Pain versus Analogs. Ember, how do you like this matchup, typically?
It's a very skill-heavy matchup. Both of them should farm a lot. It's a lot about, can you fake out, you know, the dagger? Because generally speaking, when you play co-op right now, you do want to get high levels of dagger and just like spam it on your opponent. But of course, as Ember, you can dodge it. You also have the Flame Guard to go about it. So a lot of mind games when it comes to this lane, but both should be very happy.
Well, when you dodge, does it dodge the whole thing?
If you time it properly, absolutely.
But there's like...
you need like your slide needs to...
But Mischief can't. Just, I know...
Correct.
It just gets rid of the first tick, right?
Yeah, Mischief dodges damage, not like full thing. As Cuckoo got a kill onto Mr. Schofield.
Yeah, the Brain Drain's going to be kind of crazy
It's already... This is out of control. He has Giga IQ. He's already +3.
That's nice. Now, we've seen this snowball before. We'll see if Cuckoo has it in him. I mean,
he does. He kind of popped.
He can be, yeah, absolutely. He could be a greedy boy at times. Take some residual damage here from Schofield,
but we'll see. Overall, I did like Heroic's draft last game, slightly less than Talon's. This time around, I will say that I like the tempo that they're bringing. I do like the switch up a lot, which is why, you know, for Talon, you do secure the late game with the Medusa if you get there, but you do leave yourself susceptible.
And you did bring up the Monkey King.
I did, which is one of Yuma's better heroes also, and he should have a good game. Like, yeah, he's set up for a good game. You lane against Pango, so you're going to be very happy down here, of course.
And what are your thoughts on the Facet? Because this is relatively new.
I mean, I think this Facet is really, really strong. Like, it seems like Monkey
taking
King
the
will,
place of a soldier in the ult.
Yeah, like just the fact that you know where, like, the enemies don't actually know which one you're going to, and you can kind of just like dodge stuff and be safe. Of course, they have Global to play into.
All right, finally, the brain drain brought to an end. Whisper gets credit for that one.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes on the top lane a little bit more, because I also see that 23 is kind of low on mana, and it is a lane where Medusa, Silencer, these heroes do not protect each other very well. Which is another thing later. Like, if you're Heroic, if you can bring a +1 hero into this lane, like maybe, you know, Ember rotates, Monkey King gates, especially with the Bane, something I'm kind of looking, you know, for Heroic to do and try to make it happen later.
4 minute. KJ will snag the water rune. Analog will be a bit annoyed by that. As the Shadow Realm doing quite a bit with the Shadow Strike on top, so the double Shadow spells, bringing Analog pretty damn low.
Yeah, Schofield is holding the rune.
Yeah, so he will end up bottling one. A little bit earlier rotation from the supports than we're used to seeing. Typically it's the 6-minute mark when they get truly aggressive here.
I mean, it's much needed. Like, one water rune, like going to one guy instead of the other, can really swing this matchup.
Yeah, that leaves this 1v1 matchup, which Yuma is going to be more than happy.
WS is doing very well at Whisper. Did have the Lotus, and now also has the Salve to top himself back up. But WS doing very, very well in this bottom lane, especially now that Joken was leaving. He's ahead in the CS over Yuma's Monkey King. So I would say it's a... I mean, they're quite close, but it's still very nicely done by him.
Is Rasta the best support in the game?
It's, for me, it would have to be between Rasta and Bad Rider. They kind of share it. For me, maybe Bad Rider is slightly better just because he changes the game a little bit more. Maybe I'm biased.
But Rasta is getting through consistently.
Well, yeah, you know, that's because people think he's worse than Bad Rider, because Bad is always banned.
Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm actually backing you up here.
That's why it confused me.
I feel like you were thinking I was sarcastic.
Yeah, I got a little bit offended there.
All right.
Oh, the brain drain man.
Yep, Cuckoo pretty damn low. Trying to walk it off, but Whisper will get the better of him. There was TP from Jokum. Bramble's going to be avoided completely from Whisper, though. Will be A-OK. Meanwhile, Nightmare in the mid lane. King Jungle. Analog. Looking for the Searing Chains. Do they have the damage? It's going to be close. Absolutely. Makoto drops to the deck. And Analog going to be extremely happy about that. Their CS is effectively even right now, so this kill likely puts the favor in Analog as he's going to get the regen rune as well. It's actually perfect timing from the Heroic side.
This is super big. Like, all of these early moves, first of all, I love it because your Monkey King can just freely 1v1 bottom, right? There's nothing pressuring him. Secondary, if you pressure the enemy mid lane, and Makoto, very likely, he has to TP to the mid lane. So now he didn't get the active rune. And if Heroic make a move now to either the top side to dive with a collapse or to invade the Wisdom Shrine, Makoto does not have a TP to kind of, you know, help out with this move. So let's see if Heroic want to try to use this timing to collapse on one of the side lanes and outnumber them.
And makes his rotation over. 23 Savage can take the Boundless Strike with the Shackle to follow. Cuckoo, obviously not level 6 yet. They're taking all the mana out of 23 Savage. Pops the Lotus, going to get a decent amount back. It's a 3 versus 1 in this little tree area. WS coming out to play, though. Now Whisper on the run. Cuckoo likely be taken out by Yuma. The Jingu does end up stacking here. So the Doom looks like 23 Savage next on the list. Nicely done from Yuma and company.
Uh-oh. King Jungles, he's also stealing the Wisdom. This is some... I really love this macro play from Heroic. I don't think there's a better way they could have used their 5 dots on the map. You abuse the Queen TP, you dive top altogether, and you use the Bane who can actually steal the Wisdom Shrine. This is huge for them in this early game.
When it comes to, I mean, there's no better support taking the Wisdom Shrines, right?
When it comes to stealing? Yeah.
How much comes into that decision process of picking the hero? Or is it just an icing kind of thing?
It's a bonus. I wouldn't say it's like what makes or break it, but it's like, oh, this hero's so good, and then you go, yeah, and also I can do this.
Right. So it's similar to what the, I mean, I guess the old Tormentor is more relevant, but when you have a support that really has a good shard, like, oh, maybe that puts him a little bit ahead of this support because you're going to get it for free as opposed to like a Pugna or something.
No, for sure. It's like similar with Rasa too. Like if you don't have a stun against this guy, like in lane he just kind of owns.
Wukong's command on top. Okay, they did not properly coordinate that.
He had last word on him by Silencer, which means Cuckoo kind of saving Mikoto there.
Now KJ is going to take the brunt of the damage. Sonic Wave, it hits 2, including the Monkey King, is Yuma. Will take the Scream of Pain, but WS misses initially. We'll have to roll back, and Yuma eventually will be taken out. Question is, how much damage can he do on the way? As Analog will be able to clean up Cuckoo, but now has to remnant away completely out of mana as Mikoto will continue the process. Swashbuckle into the shield crash. This will be the death of Analog as well. Triple kill from Mikoto, and I mean, after dying, it looks like he's going to be very happy with everything that's transpired this game because it led to this triple kill.
Yeah, that's top net worth Queen of Pain for you right there at minute 850. I mean, perhaps at the start you needed, who was it? Like Analog to just pop the chains instead of the slide combo because you couldn't.
Oh, he doesn't have. He doesn't have mana for Doom right now. Whisper.
Well, he did have Stick, but it was a long TP, of course, since KJ had to TP first.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. It was a good idea with the play. But yeah, that is something, that is the one hero in this early game you have to respect. Talon's, like WS on his Pango, he did it last game, he'll do it this game too. He is by far their strongest team fighter and skirmisher at this point in the game.
Early 1K lead for Talon. Analog taking out some creeps right now. Whisper still looking for that first target to Doom. Getting really low actually already as the volley comes out from 23 Savage. Mikoto gonna follow suit with the rotation. Whisper literally stands still as he does from time to time. Schofield already expending the Serpent Ward. Again goes for the singular Serpent Ward facet over the chicken fingers. Not a fan of fried food, I suppose.
Yep, unlike us. We like those.
Oh yeah.
But the early timings, right, it does matter a lot. The fact that Talon are getting like some of these kills. Analog, gonna dodge the dagger. Because you're down 2k gold now, and I'm just gonna say it, your supports do not enjoy playing into Global Silence, and you're currently behind and have failed some moves before this is even online. As Cuckoo, he's not too far away from it. It is a very good Medusa game later if you get there, and currently 23 Savage very happy with his game.
I'm Shackle in the mid lane, but a TP support on the way. Mikoto not going to be too scared. Cuckoo with that brain drain. Still something to fear. And like you said, hasn't even hit that level 6 yet.
Yep, he's one.
We'll just amplify it.
He's 1 XP away from getting it.
Literally 1. Go ahead and click it.
It doesn't look like, this looks like 8.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm checking.
This little warp there. Looks
15.
like 15. Yep. Okay. Of course, KJ not level 6 either, so can't go for this Fiend's Grip play. But Jokum was shadowing anyway, has the Bramble to cancel.
I mean, the state of the game, this definitely favors Talon at this point, if they just get to hold it like this.
For sure.
This Cuckoo kills a little creep and does have the global available.
Looks like Yuma working on the Echo Saber into... Is that an Echo Saber into Deso?
It is for now. I mean, he might keep it at that, to be honest. We'll see.
Is that a normal build for Monkey King these days?
Echo Deso is like the most aggressive build. I have seen it. I think it's good when you get away with it. It's more of a snowball build. I mean, it shreds through all the heroes. Maybe not so much Medusa, that's more later. As they want to go for a little collapse play once more. Good scan though.
Yeah. Manta almost online for 23.
Let's see if 23 Savage will accept the hit here. He does not have a level of Stone Gaze, but of course they do have the global. They're scanning, so they know he's under the tower for now.
Searing Chains finds the Dark Will at the start. Curse Crown will connect as the first Doom of the game goes off, it sounds like. There's the global though. The Doom is applied to 23, who will just simply TP out. Meanwhile, Analog finally will take out Jokum. That took quite a while, but we'll be happy with the kill nonetheless. Yeah, dooming a Medusa, not the best hero in the world. For that.
Not. But you do force like a reaction, and global being down, it opens up all your other heroes to make moves now. Like Whisper at least can be like a big body, you know, with the Scorcher still run through. So I was kind of like Heroic try and see, like go for a smoke with your Bane, maybe bring Yuma again. Because they did also have to use this TP on WS, so they know that he is stuck in the top area. This would be a big one. Not
Absolutely.
an easy catch, though.
Makoto already exiting, but they're going to smoke and go for it. KJ with the Fiend's Grip now. Makoto chilling in actually a perfect spot right now to break that smoke. Now Yuma on the trees.
Well, Talon can read this move. They know what's happening.
Blink out from Makoto. Actually going to apply some pressure to Analog, who I believe is just baiting, and there's the Fiend's Grip. Of course, no global silence to come from Cuckoo. Wukong's command to follow. Do they have the stun lock? Do they have the damage? Makoto's fine. Shield Rune activated after the fact, blinks away, and in fact, Analog will die to Makoto's hand instead. So the bait and switch not happening there for Heroic at all.
I kind of thought, looked like as if they could maybe kill him, but no. Good old Bondage Queen of Pain with the Blade Mail just returns the favor.
I'm really happy this hero has come back into the meta. Very cool.
I mean, Quab is a very satisfying hero to both play and watch. Especially, you know, being able to be flexed to multiple roles. We see it carry, we see it mid, we've also seen it offlane in the tournament. 14-minute rune coming up.
This KJ can take the brunt of the damage here from Jokum and company. Even a Bedlam use, easy kill for Jokum. That's basically a 1v1 as Whisper, completely drained of mana. WS gets off the Rolling Thunder. The rest of his teammates are nearby. Analog actually might get caught here. Uses the Remnants to get away. So no connection found from Talon, but still with all these heroes grouped up, could try to take this tier 1 tower.
Talon upstairs super happy with what's going on. You're up 4k gold. Looks like you're even getting this tier 1 for free, and you do have the global again to back up anything that you're doing on the map.
Yeah, this has felt like a pretty clean game so far for Talon.
Yeah. And you've got the Manta completed as well on 23. Sub 50-minute Manta in a last pick Medusa game. Not what you want to see here if you're Heroic.
I mean, how often do we see Diffusal forced against Medusa? I mean, Monkey King is a hero that could go for it. It's not extremely strange.
He is absolutely a good Diffusal hero, so you can do it, but I honestly wouldn't mind if they just itemize to kill the rest. Because Medusa, unless you until you get to your 3rd, 4th item, you don't deal too much damage. So we'll see if that's what they want to go for.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Blink available on Whisper.
Yeah, and Heroic, they absolutely have to do something with this. They are just bleeding out. Yuma, you get the Hex into the Boundless. Not the best layering, as a nice Terrorize will allow WS to get away. Meanwhile, top lane, Makoto looks to be finishing off KJ.
Yep.
And the Scream of Pain does just that. Talon just getting everything that they want.
Their positioning on how they're using their heroes on the map has been really, really good in both these games. You have the Silence at top, even though he was in the Nightmare. Let's hold that. Schofield looks like he is giving away some donation.
Yeah, Bedlam.
Eventually.
WS gets credit for that one. 6k lead for Talon already.
Because Talon are basically owning this game as 4. 23, he's like the late game security. But I just like that they're playing in groups. You have the Willow down bottom with the Pango. He's just protecting, making stuff done. Because yeah, Heroic, they're not finding a way into this game.
It hasn't been pretty yet. And with that in mind, you have to hold that thought as KJ looks to be dying again. Takes off the Nightmare for fellow Makoto. His Analog, they want to try to do something here. Yuma makes the transition over as well as the Global Silence is activated. Cuckoo will pay the ultimate price. But can they get the cancellation?
Infernal.
Yes, Infernal Blade to cancel the TP, but Makoto does have Blink relatively shortly. There's the Doom. That will be a kill one way or the other. Eventually, Makoto will tick out. Double kill for Yuma, who ends up getting the last hit there. Much needed for Heroic.
Yeah.
And they made them use the Global Silence, which really didn't effectively do anything here.
No, this is absolutely huge for them, because they need this, and this is what we want to see from their draft. You're playing this Monkey King. Global is now on cooldown. You still have fast heroes. You have both your supports that can abuse the global downtime, and you have Ember and Monkey King. And Yuma very close to his Desolator.
I mean, considering the deficit that they're in, do you think, you talked about it being a snowball item in the Desolator, is that the right choice then?
It is. No, for sure. Like, especially now with the stuff that just happened, like, keep it rolling. Even though you're behind, like, they're strong if they go together. All they need to do is play around the global silence. Like, go for a play, poke it out, go back, and then fight again. Like, even at this point right now, they have a timing if they want to go for. Global will be on a 50-second cooldown, unless they want to fully wait for the Desolator onto Yuma. Which, like we said, is kind of close. About 1 creep camp. Who's cosplaying the little black dragon.
Scary. Until you look at his face, and it's like, that's just goofy.
Yeah.
Makoto, balance strike. KJ in the area for a Fiend's Grip. He gets off the blade mail, so a lot of it will be reflected. Will they get the damage? Essence Ring pop, but the last right click from Yuma is enough. Another big kill for Heroic. Is Jokum. Actually, a missed swashbuckle from WS. I mean, this is going to be a kill one way or the other, but it's still just a support.
Brain drain be stacking up to 12, but it is the Deso completed and you're getting Makoto out of the game. He's had a couple of back-to-back deaths. I think he also misclicked his TP while like dying. I don't know if he would have had time to blink out. It was very close. It's Talon going for some double gate action.
Whisper just farming away. This would be a pretty good pickup for Talon if they can find him, but they'll end up going to the north, so likely be avoiding.
Well, they know Jokum is around, or someone is around at least. Somebody took the Lotus.
Yep, Yuma taking a considerable amount of damage here, but now all out of resources for the Dark Willow. Well, I say that, Terrorize into the Bramble, attempted TP, but canceled and dead.
First Deso stack for Yuma into a Jingu. See if they can use it for anything. WS.
Yep, Cuckoo making his way over as well.
For the brain drain.
Indeed.
+1.
Yuma still in the tree line. Has the Boundless to get back to full HP with that Jingu stack. I assume that Yuma will have to go for an MKB at some point this game.
Yeah, he'll definitely get that later. I do believe that what they're going for now is the idea of ignoring the Medusa until Savage is strong enough where you really have to pay attention to him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's going the Butterfly into the Skadi. Butterfly, of course, not just good for survivability, but also your overall scaling. It's about the best farming item you can get. Keep popping out those waves with the Manta Butterfly combo. You're very happy. Whisper closing in on a BKB. So it's one of the next timings Heroic could play for. Of course, when you play against Silencer, you need a double or triple BKB timing.
Through the gate they go. Smoked up for the Heroic side. If they just go for the old Tormy.
Yeah, Talon looks to be trading this for a Roshan, though.
Yeah, and that is a newly picked up Butterfly as well. So we'll see who this ends up benefiting the most. Partially probably depends on the shard. It will be KJ, so a good one for the longer stages of the game.
Yeah, it does give him some scaling like, and survivability, but against Silencer doesn't do too much. And yeah, them getting this Aegis is quite big for Talon. I like also the 23 Savage. He had Skadi queued up at first. I think he understands that if he goes Skadi, it is kind of easy to ignore him. So just go the Daedalus. You know, make it so that they cannot just ignore you or they die.
Well, considering that they're ignoring him already, is Aegis the correct choice for him?
With the combo of him going the Chrysalis, Daedalus next, I do think it will be. At least at this stage right now, if Heroic were to fight, they still can ignore him. But I will also say Makoto, he's died a little too much for my liking, considering he has Global to back him up.
Yeah.
BKB onto Analog.
Well, Global expended as Makoto will be found by the Rasta, now blinking away as now the pursuit. Yuma gets off the balance strike onto the Quap with the Wukong's command to follow. Makoto gonna get help with the Terrorize to get the hell out of dodge. Meanwhile, the Rolling Thunder, Yuma looks like he's gonna be safe, turns into a soldier. Meanwhile, the Doom applied to the Pango, so just has to roll away. Actually gets a nice stun onto Rasta just randomly.
Oh, more catch.
Serpent Word to follow though. And that looks to be a dead Makoto at the end of the day. Double kill for Whisper. So Heroic getting the kill that they originally wanted. Makoto
Yeah.
kind of sticking around maybe too long.
Very awkward there from Talon. Like, you're using the global to like bail out Makoto. But these heroic heroes are very, very strong, which is why they're very good against a silencer lineup. Like, sure, you global, you run away. You think you're going to run away from Ember Monkey King? No way.
Yeah, and of course, Medusa for 23, not even remotely close, I don't believe.
Absolutely. No, he was far away. And that's not really his fault. I think they need to understand where does he want to play, which is the next lane you're pushing into, then gather there together.
Now 23 close to the Crystallis. As KJ using the horsey, gets the Fiend's Grip. 23, though, does have his ult to counteract this completely, and that's going to cost KJ his life. Meanwhile, Yuma on the tree line. Sonic Wave does hit. He gets to the low ground, but we'll find the Quap nearby. They get the Yule's cancellation, and Yuma looks to be dead. A big kill for Talon. 3 minutes on the Aegis still to go. And 23 is still just farming.
And he's got the Aegis for what, two and a half more? You know, he used his Stone Gaze to protect his support there. Job done.
Stone Gaze into jungling.
Very nice.
The classic.
Well, they will open up the map now a little bit. Potentially just even both the tier 1 into the tier 2 here for Talon.
Lead hasn't really grown, though, for Talon, so
No,
Heroic
not really.
definitely sticking to this game plan, as the tier 1 bot will be theirs.
I like the scan from Heroic, because there was a high chance that Talon aren't just here, but also smoking towards the bottom side. I mean, where do Talon want to go for this? Because they are incredibly strong together. You can either help Savage to go take this tier 2, or you can show him and smoke your team to the opposite side of the map. Because Heroic down bottom, they're getting away with a lot.
Yeah, looks like it. On the tree line. Taking out the creeps, so 23 can't really push anymore, so back to jungling. Still about 1,000 away from finishing the full Daedalus, and that's when he will be taken to the next level.
Yep. Giga
Problem is
Ward.
that kind of aligns with the expiration of the Aegis, though.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Talon should be looking to either take a tier 2 in this timing or find a smoke on the map. I mean, of course, they're happy with what's kind of happening, as Mr. King Jungle Laroni is dead.
Boom.
Rain, drain, and range. Very nice. So that will be the tier 2 into the outpost, which will definitely help Talon when it comes to the overall map state.
Well, Yule's online for Makoto now. We'll see how much that helps him in terms of survival. We'll spot out Yuma, who gets the Wukong's command off at half HP, turns into a soldier.
Uh-oh.
Attempted TP. Oh, the Yule's at the last moment. So Makoto already getting value out of that. And this will lead to the death of the Monkey King eventually. Turns into the soldier again onto the other side, making it a little bit more difficult, but same result.
Back-to-back deaths for Yuma here.
And the Doom from Whisper onto the support. And this is mass TPs from Talon. Try to turn this around with the Stone Gaze from 23. Whisper will not look him in the eye, but he's going to get picked off nonetheless, as WS just owning here, as Jokum will actually survive in the end. I mean, even if that was successful, it's a support.
Heroic are absolutely losing control of this game right now. They brought it back from a big deficit to, what, 1K? And now it just trickled up to 8. And similar story as last game. They have their timings available. They need to come up with a plan now. You have BKB available on Yuma. You have triple BKB available. Wait for the next Doom and make a plan of how you want to fight. You can Doom the Pango or the Quap and make a plan of how you deal with the rest. Because if you make one more blunder like this game is absolutely going to be out of hand.
Certainly on the way to that point already. When he turns into a soldier, can we tell which one it is?
I haven't casted enough Monkey King to pay
Bane's
attention.
grab. Bane's going to get taken out. They cancel it.
Terrorize.
Terrorize comes out onto one. Yuma pops the BKB, actually deletes Makoto, so a big kill for Heroic. But it's going to be at the cost of Analog. WS in the cover of his ult actually ends a little bit in a precarious spot, but we'll get away eventually. So mid laners die on each side. I assume at this point that benefits Heroic considering the deficit, but
yeah. No, it does. Let's see what's going to happen here. Savage just hitting away at the tier 2. I mean, he's untouchable currently on this Medusa.
Yeah, it does feel like one hero that can kind of bypass this methodical, I don't need Aegis necessarily to hit the high ground.
Yeah, you basically have it somewhat built in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Giving himself some vision with the illusions. Got the Dragonlance pulling the top wave as well.
That is a considerable amount of damage. Serpent Ward placed from Schofield to try to get rid of these creeps.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
23 will get the tower successfully.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
KJ gets the Nightmare. Onto the high ground, 23 goes. He's forced there. He's going to continue pushing. Lotus applied, gets the range barracks.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
It's
Like he's trying to finish that Dragonlance now.
it's a very, very good Lotus Orc. And it looks Heroic are not, they're not putting up a fight.
They're actually just going to give up the
On
full
distracts.
lane. My goodness. All right. Well, Talon, no reason to stop now. They're not going to stop you at one or even attempt it. Why not just continue?
They need to come up with a fight and look for a smoke angle, go around. I cannot believe them to give up both racks for free.
There's no way.
Dire's bottom
Smoke on the back line for Talon as 23 gets another tower. Analog on the sideline. He's going to pop a smoke. Jokum is aware. Blinks to the high ground. Analog spotted. Curse Crown applied. Going to slow him down a bit. As 23 just continuing to hit the buildings.
Whisper is showing on the map. They know he's not here yet. Will TP to the base.
He
But
gets
he's
the
lost
melee
both.
barracks. I mean, that is... I don't know. I feel like you've got to try something.
Yeah, something is off. Well, so the only thing I can see, the only rationale, which I don't agree with, but maybe you want to fight Talon out in the open somewhere, like on this next Roche. You're coming up with a good plan to go around, but you could have done that at your base also.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, Talon just 5-mans everywhere.
Yeah, because it's not like you're getting like a really big timing. Maybe the next one, well, it will be losing your Bane, as Talon will find Mr. King Jungles. In the next biggest timing I see is the MKB on Yuma. But even if you get that, it is really not easy to kill 23 Savage.
No.
There's a global to back him up against the supports. He has a Lotus Orb from WS, which I really, really like. And he has a Pike himself. I think this is very, very good itemization from the entirety of Talon.
Dire are scanning.
Yuma on the tree line. I mean, 23 is not a target they can go for without the full lineup.
Shield Rune on Makoto as well, which will make it even harder.
Yep, another tier 2 tower bites the dust, so 2 barracks. Not the full lane in the top, but the range is kind of irrelevant. Talon in firm control of this game. And Heroic just feels like they're just too scared to take a fight. Whisper, attempting to force something. We'll pop the BKB, gets Sonic Wave though. He's gonna drop if he's not careful. Makoto, or WS I should say, in that Rolling Thunder gets away from the Wukong's command, and that's 2 big ults down for Heroic. As 23 is getting a relatively low. He's gonna get some cover thanks to WS. Makoto in the area as well. Searing Chains onto 2. Analog. Gonna try to force the issue, but KJ on the sideline will drop. Makoto finishes him off with a Scream of Pain. Analog continuing to try to pursue to try to get some core kill in this engagement because they've only gotten the supports, but he's just getting kited. As 23.
Schofield?
Schofield pops the dust, and he will drop eventually to 23. As WS looks like he's gonna get a nice shield crash, and the Lotus to get away is a double kill for 23 Savage, able to finally take out Yuma, and Analog will follow suit. And this just might do it, honestly. Talon. It's gonna take a bit because they probably want to wait for the Aegis just to make sure.
I mean, Heroic nearly even had it in this fight. You had 23 Savage completely out of mana, but both Makoto and WS in this dragged out fight just kind of clutching it out multiple times. Good Lotus Orbs, so much damage being pumped out from all of them.
You're gonna be waiting quite a while. This is a long spawn.
Yeah, I guess they don't really care, huh? Maybe Cuckoo will play the good old Roche Scouter. Shouldn't let the highest IQ player do that, but that's okay.
Of course, if they knew the buyback situation and the Roche situation, they would have pushed bottom and at least gotten the tower. But Talon in no rush at this point. They won that fight without global. Didn't lose a single core.
Yeah, let's see if Heroic can come up with a new plan and how much time they will have also to do so. Because you likely have to execute whatever plan you got against an Aegis Medusa.
This is almost maximum timer. You can see 13 seconds would be the maximum, and there it is. Now this will likely secure the win for Talon, unless Heroic can do something truly heroic.
Yep.
The MKB, like you talked about for Yuma, might be online by then.
Okay, so they're kind of all inning their items. I see Whisper just bought a Blade Mail. Just maximize any damage output you can have. MKB coming out soon on Yuma, so it will be a last stand.
Yeah, so 23 with the Aegis and Roche banner. It's only Roche number 2. That's going to make the push in bot extremely tough to defend from the Heroic side.
Radiant's middle tower
How can you
is
deal
under
with
attack.
23 Savage twice? I don't know if you can. Maybe you try to you smoke around. You need to kill the Silencer and doom the Pango or the Queen. But Queen now has Lincolns. And you don't have much time to execute this.
And 23 just doing the huge. Analog will put a Remnant out, but they're going to lose their tower pretty shortly. They're going to try for the backstab situation. Whisper, not able to find the connection initially. Again,
That's
uses the Doom on the Willow as Yuma on the tree line. Try to finish the job. Makoto going to force out the BKB of Whisper, who just will not give this up. 2 supports die in the back line on the Heroic side. Finally, the Dark Willow drops, but at what cost exactly? Makoto, Searing Chains. Yule's going to counter that. WS in the meantime gets the inhibit onto Analog as Yuma going in for the kill. The Sonic Wave only onto Yuma, but has the mobility for the Queen of Pain. As I believe 23 Savage is not even close to this because he's just getting Mega Creeps.
He doesn't care.
He's just playing his own game, gets the Mega Creeps.
His team is killing all of them in the meantime.
They don't even need him. That is crazy. Going for the tier 4s now as the TP attempt. Canceled at the last moment. Analog. This is painful to watch. Just the slow death of Heroic in this tournament.
GG.
As GG's come
It's
out.
called.
And that was, I was not expecting this result.
No, I did not expect a 2-0 either.
I was expecting Talon to win